Welcome, this is a video on Blockx, a scratch mode that has two special categories, which is the internet and the more. And please just hang out here when I come over here because I like to do it from top to bottom rather than just randomly doing it. And so, also there's also one more thing that it makes a kind of caring about other sprites blocks, which are kind of weird, but yeah, somehow useful. So let's look from the top to bottom. And so as you can see, we cannot share this to the project because of the scratch mode license. You cannot publish there, but that's the mod share thing, which is common for all the mods, which I already said in the previous video of bingo. And so you can see that files, we can save it as a blockx project, which I've already saved here. Its name is .blockx, or a normal .sb file, which is a scratch 1.1 saving file. And so let's go to edit and see. I don't think any changes there. And yeah, share has a new thing called go to mod share website, which I'll not click. It will directly go to the mod share's website for sharing. And also this will not work because this is not directly connecting to mod share, it's connecting with the scratch website. And also, so you can also use the dev mode. The password may be SUNNY if you want to use it, but I don't know if it will work or not. Okay, let's give cancel there. And that's also a version info. Also, you can join mesh or host mesh, which are there in the most of the mods. And of course there are help phases and several other things, but I'll just look at the basic things like this. Develop your land or something. And yeah, these people help to get development. That's the whole list of peoples and all. And so let's just get back there. And most of the right side of the screen and those in the center over here have no changes almost, including the paint editor and this sound recorder has no change because usually mods don't change that kind of stuff. And so let's just jump to the blocks now. As I mentioned in the beginning, there are lots of blocks that could handle things of other things, as you can see here. And so let's just get going. As you can see, so let's make one more sprite. This is the important thing about this mod. You need more than one sprite because it's just asking for other sprites. Also, let me just modify it a little bit so that you won't get confused. And this cat is going to be like red colored. I don't got any idea, I just put it red. Hope there's no offense or something for making it red. And I just made it red, and let me come back here. And I can simply make other sprite to move even though you can see, as you can see over here, just look at here properly, and I hope there's no lag or something that it doesn't let you make you see. And let me just check my thing. Okay, it's running kind of okay. And you can see the orange cat has moved the red cat even though I'm in the orange cat, and I'm keeping the block on the orange cat. It can move the red cat rather than broadcasting it, and then when it receives it should do something. And okay, let's just go to the next thing. So the next new block is that point at x. It will point towards that x and y axis. You don't need to know the angle, all you need to know is that the x and y. That's the thing that you need to know. If you know the x and y, it will just point towards it. But of course, when the x is 0, it will just point towards the x direction, and if they are equal, it will be in 45 degree. Means if these both values are equal. That you can of course predict, but yeah, if you don't know something, you can just try to use this. Actually, this is also useful kind of kids if they don't understand which angle they should turn. They should just test out with these things, but of course, yeah. And there's also a thing called go to random coordinate, which I personally think is kind of useless. They could add some drop down menu here. And of course, I think so, I remember that Scratch 1.4 doesn't have that glide 1 second to random position. Okay, anyway, they could have added it. Oh, I mean glide towards some objects over here. And also this is new, if touching. Mouse pointed bounce, it's kind of weird or something. Okay, this is kind of useful, but rather than making a long script by using this also, you can just make a shorter script, much shorter script here. rather than using if, you can just directly put it there and make a script. I don't know how this is gonna be working. Oh man, it's just like, I don't know what's happening. What's wrong with the script? And let me see if my FPS is going down or something. Just need to check it quite a while because I've heard something like it's going down. Okay, it's not going that down. Come on. Okay, the cat is not returning. Let me just also add a script that if on edge bounce, so that it could bounce in the edge as well. Okay, it's bouncing kind of away from me also. Of course, there's a glitch if you hold it, kind of feel like following it too much. Okay, that's kind of working well, but not as well as something else. And there are also many other kind of useless blocks there. You can see just going at 10% of the way, and if you click it 10 times, it will reach there. It's very useful for using it as alternative of gliding somewhere. Yeah, let me just move the cat somewhere else. Yeah, this kind of like glide, but it's kind of not that much smooth. I don't know if I can say it's smooth or not, but whatever it is, go in between. If you know 2 coordinates, you can just go in between of that thing. That's it. And you can also move 10 steps towards the sprite too, which is this is kind of useful, but all these people over here are kind of useless. You can just move 10 steps towards some other sprite. It's kind of useful. Look, you can see it's moving towards the red cat. It's making things much easier rather than remembering all the coordinates. And make something draggable. Okay, this could cause a bug. Am I going to be dragging this thing? Of course, it's not going to work. They unnecessarily added this mouse pointer here. We made it draggable. As you can see, it's now draggable, and this is not. You can make other sprites draggable from this sprite itself. That's what I'm saying. It just simply disturbs other sprites. And of course, this is live updating rather than being like bingo, which doesn't update. Actually, it's kind of much better because it's updating itself that the lock is opened. Now, of course, there's one more block for such kind of purpose, I think so. Oh yeah, I missed this block over here. But why can't this also have some other? Why can't it change other sprite also? You can see it changed, but it's not updating lively. I thought it's updating lively, but you have to switch and come back, then you can see the difference. So I think so. The same for bingo as well, but I don't know. Okay, that's a make me as well, which is kind of weird. And why can't they add a sprite one here? That would remove this purpose of these blocks. And let me just make this undraggable and see if I can. It's not draggable, I think so. You can see there's even a reporter for draggable, which we saw in bingo as well. This also is there, which we can change here lively, or use this block to change, which I already said in the bingo video. Anyway, let's just go to the next one, which is controls. And we can see that that's when the green flag is clicked, and these things are kind of okay. And there are additional C blocks added, which I don't know the purpose yet, but come on, let's just kind of do something. Okay, I think the thing is it will read it reversely. It's like, how could I say it? Means like, first be saying hello, then bye. Okay, if it's like this and we put it like that, hello, and then bye. So we put it over here in the reverse and just start playing it. Bye, hello. It reads in the opposite direction. It's kind of useful if there's even making your own blocks, but it's not there. And also there's shuffle, which I don't know, seriously. It should be shuffling all the scripts like hello, bye, something like that, but I don't know if it's a permanent one. Good morning, I think choose one of the following. That's the thing, I think so. Or just randomly say something. Means this, out of this it will say in a random sequence these 3 things. It's kind of useful. You can say hello, bye, good morning, but if you click it again, I don't know what's going to happen. Saying good morning, hello, bye. You can see just shuffling things randomly each time you play it. It's kind of very interesting to have such kind of C blocks. And this thing, I don't know, I think just to run it normally. There's no other purpose, I think so. Or let's just check it out and see. Oh, we didn't connect the block. Okay. Hello. Bye. Good morning. Anyway, I don't know the use of this yet, but okay. And you can of course see if you receive something like this will report if it's true or false. You can see it's false. Just put that hello thing there. Saying true for a temporary time. I'm pressing the broadcast, it's saying true. You can see for 1 second it's snapping fast. But if I put that over here, like where's the forever loop? I forgot. Yeah. Oh, did they remove the forever loop? Here it is. Oh no. Yeah. The forever broadcasting, so it will be forever true. And yeah, that's all I can say. And it will report true or false according to situation. And we can also show or hide or just show again, I think so. Actually it's kind of annoying for me, but something you can hide it, but once you bring it out of the window it will come back, of course. You can see over here, I think so. And I don't know where's my mouse. This is the irritating thing about this. How am I gonna show my mouse? Yeah, to not annoy us, there's some way of showing your mouse and hiding it. I need to make a script for doing it, because if you did like this it will be more tougher. And you can also clone yourself, which is no, this is also the same way, like creating a new sprite. I don't know why mods cannot replicate that newer Scratch versions, because maybe Squeak doesn't allow that, or they have to program much more to hide that clones as well, clone sprite. And yeah, you can delete yourself. Now only we have the sprite. So let's just go back here and look at some things. Okay, these are same, and you can also quit the Blockx using this. And there are several other things which are kind of useful if you're going to be doing so much mathematical calculation of the sprite. Like you can check the name of the sprite, I think so. Sprite costume. Which number you want, you can check that costume's name. Am I on costume 1? You can just check if it's true. And if you switch my costume to the next costume, it will report false. Now it will again report 2. It will check if this is in the particular costume. And that's kind of cool. Even this is very cool, but I don't know why they didn't add it to Scratch and whatever it is. And of course this thing we have seen already, because it's there in Scratch. And all these things are there. Let us scroll down. These reporters are new. You can check the size of this. You can see this checks the size. You can check the height. Of course if you change the size, the height would increase, but it's in a particular way of doing it. Actually you can see over here it's just 111, but when you change the percentage, this should be increasing by itself, but here it's not showing because this is just a static image, but the Squeak is changing the image size in memory or something. And you can also see the height, which as you can see it's just 95 only, just as usual. And if you change it, this will also change. And you can also check the area, which is kind of cool. Actually area is not a big thing, I think so. I don't know how this area works. Is it the area of the cat, or is it the area of a rectangular box covering the cat? That's the only doubt I have. I think it's supposed to be the area, I think so. Let's just see. I hope I get some audio retention here, but I don't know. You can just skip a little bit if you like. So I'm just gonna be checking the area formula or something. Okay, so if it's a rectangular box, it should be multiplying the height and the width. That's what's happening. Okay, not the width and the width, I mean the height and the width, or the width and the height, it doesn't matter. And if I check it, oh yeah, just measuring the rectangular box thing, it's not measuring the cat. And you can also check the perimeter, and I don't know what is this perimeter of the rectangle or something. Yeah, you can of course check that also. That's also kind of easy. The formula is 2 into L plus B. And yeah, we'll just put that thing here. as you can see, this also a rectangular perimeter, not the cat's perimeter, or the places where it's drawn. You can horizontally flip it or vertically, but the direction is not changed at all. Oh, it's changing the sprite, it's changing the picture itself rather than doing it in the memory, because maybe these people don't know how to do that or something. I thought it would be changing the memory, but it's changing the sprite itself, which is not that good. But anyway, kind of good, only for temporary times. And you can check if your sprite is hidden or not. You can hide it, it will report true. If you show it, it will report false. And there are many more controls for layers. Oh yeah, these things were added. I think this can be inspired or something. And go to layer is also there. You can make it to go to particular layers, but you cannot go so behind because there's not that much sprites. So layers will slowly be created when more sprites are created. Otherwise the limit to do in a particular thing means the number of sprites plus 1 or something. And we can also launch the paint new costume, just like in the bingo, but it's not that good. You can just save a picture of the stage, I don't know where, the computer on the sprite tree itself. It is bugged out or something, or I don't know if it's going to slow down my this thing. Anyway, I'm just skipping over there, just checking that. Okay, and you can check if it's touching a particular thing. Okay, that's already there. And you can see there's not much thing added over here, I think so. Let's scroll down, you can see something is checked. Okay, if online, then stop. This is kind of weird. This should check if I'm running my internet or not. Of course I'm running it. Let me check if it's working. Oh, it's not working. Or should I put it there? It's supposed to be a C-shaped block more than like something else. Okay, anyway. And you can also get the date. This is from my computer, I think so. Or who knows if it's from the server. And you can also check the time. Okay, it's from my computer only. And you can also rename the sprite as sprite1. Yeah, you can see over here how you can name things. You can rename the sprite itself and check the name. Okay, that's okay. And of course, many of these mods just take some things from other mods, which is kind of a problem because we don't have got a unique content sometimes. Anyway, it's kind of good. And you can also import sound directly like that, or record the sound while playing the project, which is very useful. And it could be added to bingo as well, but of course they didn't add it for some reason. Maybe it's so tough. And yeah, we can roll a dice randomly. It will report true or false. Or you can just tick this random letter. It will automatically pick a random letter when you put this check mark on. You can see it's a random letter, but this is not a number report, I think so. It's kind of confusing me, this thing. Anyway, fine, because we never seen something like random letter. But you can rather simulate this using the list, the pick random. And also we can be like joining these things and doing several other operations which I don't want to show because it can be annoying in some cases. I think this should be mostly taken from a base or something, because most of the mod have same kind of operators. Anyway, this kind of cool kind of operators. I don't want to annoy you with a lot of operators here, because you're not going to be understanding it some cases. And of course there's a pen down reporter. That is a new thing about pen. You put the pen down to say true, pen up means false. And you can make a variable. Let me just make a variable and show you. And we can also declare make a new variable. It will just ask for a name. So they could have added some parameter over here, but they didn't did it. Of course it's made in 2013, as you may have seen here. And you can of course manually create a new list, or set the block color, which is kind of very useful. Not useful, but something, your optional. But is it working actually? Okay, should we put it in the play button or something? Oh, it's changing the list block. Oh, I see, it's changing the list block color. Actually, this could be much more better by changing all the colors. It's kind of good. It's kind of like something. And I would like to have a, I don't know, maybe a pink list, because pink is never added. No, pink is already there. And I don't know, maybe a white block may be funny, maybe black is good. No, this is just simply for fun I'm doing. And yeah, we got a black list, which is kind of like so funny, like blacklist. And here, let's just continue there. And you can of course jump to a website, but I want to be a little more sensitive, because if I open Chrome, it's going to slow down things. And I can set cloud variables. I don't know how you can make cloud variables. Okay, wait, what's happening here? Oh, we're getting it hanged. And oh yeah, we have to start a mesh before that. Anyway, I'm not going to start a mesh here. You can also search Google for something. It's Google or something. You can search any website you want. Just give up there. And it started to get lagged. There are also some more stuffs over here, and I'm just starting to get some bug. I don't know if it's slowing out things. Okay, running okay. Just give up things and just continue. Again, let's say it as Blockx with text. I just want people to subscribe to my channel. I just need to say it like that. And that's how you can show a dialogue. You can just create a warning which will have a title, a default title of exclamation mark. You can also alert things like I'll just make some funny thing like, okay, let's only way display the project. Okay, that's not working. Maybe that's bugged out. I think they have to make it, they have to do a bug fix there. Anyway, they did that, and this is totally wrong, I think so. Okay, this is getting slower due to irrelevancy. Okay, just got hanged or something. Just want to close it actually, because I don't want to get some things slowed down. Let me just open one more thing and close this one. Okay, let me just make it minimized, and let's continue over here. You can see it's confirming whether it's true or false. Yeah, you can just put some reporters here, something like that. It's thinking it's saying using squeak. I think this is also some common thing with the bingo, or I don't know if bingo is stolen from here or it's stolen from bingo or something like that. It could have happened. Okay, just reporting things. And okay, what if, did I took an unnecessary video on this? I don't know. Okay, there is this thing. It's appearing to be like bingo only, with all these color things. Let's report the RGB value of some color. I mean the color mentioned over here is the picked over here. Now it will mention the RGB value of this gray color, which I just picked now. And it can also report colors in the form of this. Hue will be made into 10. Let me just make this under 100. It's still black because of brightness, and maybe this I'll make 50. What about the 10? I think brightness value is not working, or maybe I should make it 0. What about a 1? Okay, what about a -1? This is kind of weird. It's black only, and you can just work out with some other colors over here. But the most important thing about this mod is about some things over here and some new controls which I added, along with the motion blocks which cares for other sprites. That is the main thing about this mod, and with that I'm just concluding this video. And also thanks for watching this video until the end, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.